A scandal in West Virginia underscores just how much corporations control politics in the United States, and what little influence working people have over the laws that govern their lives. On the morning of Friday, February 9th, a woman in West Virginia drove 100 miles to the state capitol to testify against a bill sponsored by the oil and gas industry that will let fossil fuel companies drill on people's land without their consent.
I'd also like to point out that the people who are going to be speaking in favor of this bill are all going to be paid by the industry, and the people who are going to be voting on this bill are also often paid by the industry.
Lissa Lucas was physically removed from the hearing after naming lawmakers who have received large financial contributions from fossil fuel companies and who support the invasive drilling legislation.
On the Judiciary Committee, Charlotte Lane, about $10,000 from gas and oil interests, including AEP, Marathon, First Energy, Dominion, EQT, and I could go on. Next, let's talk about John Schott.
After Lucas read out the fossil fuel money taken by the House Judiciary Committee's chairman, John Schott, he interrupted her and, in an attempt to silence Lucas, claimed her disclosure of this public information is a form of personal attack.
Now let's talk about Jason Harshbarger.
Ms. Lucas, we ask no personal comments be made. If you want to talk about
personal comments.
It is a personal comment, and I'm going to call you out of order if you're talking about individuals on the committee. So if you would just address the bill. If not, I'll ask you to please step down.
Jason Harshbarger took $3,500, about 40% of his money comes.
The committee then cut Lucas's mic and pulled her off of the House floor.
Next, Kara Energy. I want to finish. Drag me off. People deserve someone who are going to fight for people and not corporations. And if you think it's a personal attack to public information, I'm very sorry that this is what the state is coming for you. Come on, Tammy, Secretary.
The next speaker would be Julie Archer.
People testifying at the public hearing were only given 1 minute and 45 seconds to speak. Lissa Lucas still had 30 seconds remaining, however, when she was interrupted and forced out. Lucas pointed out the irony that people whose homes will be drilled by fossil fuel companies without their consent are given less than 2 minutes to voice their concerns, while lawmakers party with corporate lobbyists.
And I have to keep it short simply because the public only gets 1:45, while lobbyists can throw a gala at the Marriott with whiskey and wine and talk for hours to the delegates.
Lucas was referring to an event held 2 nights before the public hearing, a legislative reception hosted in Charleston by the Shale Energy Alliance, titled Whiskey, Wine, and Policy. Lissa Lucas, who is currently running for State House in West Virginia, told the Washington Post, quote, "I feel like no one's listening to us in rural areas. Those pipelines will go through your property whether you're Republican or Democrat or Libertarian." Reporting for The Real News, I'm Ben Norton.